Welcome to Edinburgh.
How are you? Hi, Captain.
Thank you so much.
Well done, Lillian.
I said the government, you said after Scotland.
This is your wonderful new group of MPs.
Used to be just that.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Anybody? Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. It's fantastic to be here to hear that Labour has won the election and we now have a Labour Prime Minister in Keir Starmer.
Thank you.
But friends, first and foremost, we have to say thank you to the people of Scotland who have put their faith and trust in the Scottish Labour Party. Over the last 3 years, we have worked really hard with humility and energy so we could look people in the eye in this election and ask for their trust and their support. And thanks to that trust and support, Scottish Labour hasn't just won this election. We aren't just the largest party after this election. We have won a majority in Scotland and a mandate for change. And we want to say directly to those people who voted Scottish Labour for the first time, or perhaps voted Scottish Labour for the first time in a long time. The way we have operated in the last 3 years doesn't change now that we've won one election. The same hard work and humility will continue, and we will never turn our back on a single Scot because we want to deliver for each and every Scot, their family and community right across the country. And that hard work for change starts straight away. And it starts with our fantastic 37 new Scottish Labour MPs. Scottish Labour MPs who are going down to Westminster not to sit on the opposition benches, not to shout, not to protest, and ultimately come back with nothing, but 37 Scottish Labour MPs who are going to sit on the government benches, sit round the table, help make decisions, and deliver for their communities and for Scotland. So a big cheer for our Scottish Labour MPs. And in particular, I want to congratulate our new Secretary of State for Scotland, the fantastic Ian Murray. A big cheer for Ian Murray. Friends, after 14 years, we finally have a government that cares about Scotland, understands Scotland, and wants to deliver for Scotland. After 14 years, we finally have a Prime Minister who believes in decency, integrity, and values, and believes in public service. And we said during the election campaign that Scotland would be at the heart of a Labour government, and it is no coincidence that the first engagement of a Labour Prime Minister is to come to Scotland and to say that Scotland will be the beating heart of that Labour government. Because with Keir Starmer, we will always put the country before we put the party. And that's why we're serious about restoring devolution, resetting it, taking back to those founding principles where governments actually work together in the national interest. Cooperation over conflict, respect over suspicion, and making sure that we are delivering for every Scot right across the country. Because what happened on Thursday night was a historic shift in Scottish politics. The politics of division and fear is in decline, and the politics of hope and unity is on the rise. And that hard work for change starts straight away. Because we are going to hit the ground running to make sure there's a UK Labour government delivering for the people of Scotland. But people on Thursday didn't just vote for change from one failing government. They recognised they wanted change across Scotland too. And that's why, yes, we get straight to work to deliver from a UK Labour government, but we also redouble our efforts here in Scotland, so in 2026 we complete stage 2 of change and elect a Scottish Labour government too. Now, no doubt, friends, you'll be hearing a lot more about that in the weeks and months to come. But right now, I want you, please, to give the loudest possible welcome to my friend, the person I've been absolutely proud to stand shoulder to shoulder and side by side with in the last 3 years to deliver that change, my friend, our Prime Minister, Keir Starmer.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Anas, my friend. Without your leadership, we would not have achieved this here in Scotland. And I can't tell you how important it is to me to be here in Scotland with you 48 hours after the King invited me to form a government. That was an incredible honour and privilege. And to be here 2 days later, making good on my commitment to Scotland by making a start, is hugely important to me. And to be with you, Anas, for this first engagement, I think cements the relationship, the hard work that we have done together over so many years, because that was an incredible election result, a historic result, and a real mandate for change. And we start here. Not long ago, we just had one little red in Ian. And now look, we have a team of 37. And I campaigned, and in that campaign I said, I want Scotland to send a government to start delivering for Scotland. And we have this team to be part of a government, sitting on the government benches, all working to deliver for Scotland. This team here, the whole of the Labour Party in government, and myself delivering for Scotland. Now, you don't win elections. They don't just drop from the sky. There's nothing inevitable about an election win. There's nothing inevitable about what happened here in Scotland. We won because we changed the Labour Party. We won because we campaigned as changed Labour. We won because Anas and Jackie and all of you changed Scottish Labour and put it in a position to win that election. And we will govern as changed Labour with the same mindset, the same ethos. And yes, this is part one. Part two comes in 2026. And imagine what we could do, what more we could do. But we start the delivery now. Because that mandate that we won on Thursday was a very clear mandate for change across Scotland, across the whole of the United Kingdom. A mandate that we hold here in Scotland, in Wales, in England, and I will be going to Northern Ireland later this afternoon, then on to Wales, with that mandate for change, for improving people's lives, for renewal, for always putting the country first, not our party first. That's the most important part of the change that we have brought about. So we govern in the same spirit. We govern humbly, saying thank you to every single person in Scotland who put their trust and faith in the Labour Party to bring about the change that they need. We will carry that with you as we govern. We'll carry that with us as we make the change. Many people will have voted Labour for the first time ever or in a long time, and we recognise that. And to those people who didn't vote Labour, I want to directly address you too, because we will serve the entirety of Scotland. We'll serve every single person in Scotland, because that change matters to everyone. And that is how we go forward. Performance, self-interest, they're the politics of the past. The politics of this Labour government of 2024 is about public service, restoring standards, and making sure that we always, always have in our mind's eye the people who elected us into government. I'm really pleased to be here. I campaigned, I asked people to give us the opportunity to change our country for the better. I asked people in Scotland to put their trust and faith in Labour. I said that if they did so, we would deliver for Scotland, deliver the change that needed, not just through our Labour MPs here in Scotland, but through the entire team and me leading that. And that's why I wanted to stand here today, to make good on that promise, to make good on that commitment at the first opportunity, to come here and say that wasn't something I said in the campaign, it's something I meant, and I'm here starting that work, delivering for Scotland. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well done, Ian.